Welcome Cancer Neptune to your 777 reading. If you haven't watched one of these readings before, I suggest you check out the intro video. But I'm getting started straight away for you here. Pulling 3 cards from the archetype deck, just so I can get an understanding of the foundation of your energy. And then I'm pulling 4 cards from a tarot deck to look at the energy that's in and around you, and then another 2 cards from another tarot deck to look at the energy coming towards you, and then we'll finish up with some guidance from the Shaman Oracle deck. So let's get started for you. We have the first archetype being the Creator. So this is about the, quite a simple archetype to comprehend here. It's about the Creator. So it doesn't necessarily need to be about, how I just want to say here, it doesn't necessarily need to be a creator in an artistic sense. Could also be an entrepreneur, a creator in a business sense. Any terms of creation. Could even be the creation of a family, creation of a child. So take it as it resonates to your situation. Then we have the Seed, which is all about understanding that the oak tree resides in the acorn. Everything starts from an infant stage and basically evolves, and sometimes this process can take some time, so be mindful of that. And then we have the Warrior, so having that warrior-like spirit for your creations and for what seeds you have planted to come to fruition. If the warrior doesn't have a purpose, sometimes it can be mindlessly lashing out unnecessarily. So make sure you work towards your creations and plant the right seeds and utilize your resources, I must say. So let's look at the energy that's in and around you to get some more clarity regarding your situation. Okay. So I was going to pick 4 cards, but 5 cards came out for you here, so I'm going to run with it. So the first 2 came out, that is the Justice card and also the Tower card. So with the Tower card, this is basically the universe stepping in and moving you out of a stagnant situation. So maybe sometimes this can be unexpected, sometimes it can be unwanted, but just understand that this is in the short term, and in the long term you'll actually benefit from this Tower moment. Perhaps in the past you have felt there has been some injustice. We got the Justice card coming in here. Maybe you felt like you've been treated unfairly in a situation. Justice is stepping in to give you justice, basically, to make things fair, to make things right, to balance things out. Okay, so the good energy that you have put out there looks like it's coming back. Perhaps in this situation you are going to be still in a bit of a hermit mode. I know this energy is tiresome after coming out of a pandemic, but sometimes it's still necessary to take those steps back away from the chaos that's happening out there and sort of understand your internal processes and go over your internal processes, making sure that your morals and values and beliefs are assisting with what you're creating. Okay. There might be a decision that you need to make. Here we got the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is where you're looking at the pros and the cons of a certain situation, but you haven't yet made a decision. And you really need to make a decision. You can sort of sit back and just keep going through those pros and cons, and then just sort of leave it be and never make that decision. But it's important to make that decision so you can move forward on working, Eight of Pentacles here, on working on what will bring you material success. Okay. Now let's look at the energy that's coming towards you, Cancer Neptune. Okay, well, I've got 4 cards here. We got the Page, and we've got the Knight, which in these cards it says the Prince and the Princess of Wands. Okay, so Cancer Neptune. This is all about the starting point of your passions, the starting point of your desires, and taking action at the same time. So, but we also got a prince and a princess here. So if this is in regards to a relationship, that's interesting as well, because we do have the Tower moving you out of that stagnant position. Maybe things haven't been fair in this relationship. So taking some time out for yourself and working hard towards it, or making a decision on what you're going to be working hard towards. What I really like here is that we've got the Sacred Clown and the Empress. This is the Magician as well as the Empress. Okay, so in the traditional tarot deck, this is depicted as the Magician. So the Empress is about someone who has already planted the seeds, right? And she's no longer externally seeking what she deserves. She sort of has already planted the seeds, and she's sort of sitting back and waiting for the things to come to fruition. However, we got the Magician is someone who is manifesting these things coming to the right place. So, which is kind of like the warrior. So we've got that feminine and masculine energy here, and I feel that you're balancing between those two energies and maybe sort of working out where you are going to receive reciprocal justice in something, you know? Perhaps you put so much energy, say, into a relationship, and you sort of look back and say, hey, what am I getting from this? And so you're sort of like, okay, let me sort of move that energy into something that is going to benefit me in my creations. So interesting. Let's now have a look at the energy. Let's now look at some guidance in regards to the Shaman deck here. So we've got one so far. That's too many. Aha, thank you. Okay. First one to come out was the Lost Compass, getting back to integrity. Then we had number 11, deep quiet, meditation and stillness, which goes hand in hand with the Hermit card that we had. And then we have number 13, the Dream Thief, refusal of the call. So I'm just going to go through the foundation of your energy, the energy that's in and around you, energy coming towards you, and then I'm going to elaborate a little bit more in regards to the guidance from the Shaman deck. So let's get back to this. Remember, the archetype of the creator, something that you are creating, whether this is a family, whether this is a business, whether this is in an artistic form. It seems to be in its infant stage, or it might not even be in its infant stage. This is about the seeds, this is about what you have planted, and being the warrior to continue to pursue that. If this is in regards to a relationship, we do have the counterparts. We've got the prince and the princess here. So just be mindful of the decisions that you've got to make. If you feel like there is stagnancy in this relationship, I do feel that the universe is coming in to give you justice. And perhaps that justice is the other person's Tower moment. If this is in regards to a project or regarding your creation, this is all about your passions, your desires, all right? So take that into consideration. It's about the starting stage of that, as well as taking action at the same time. Learning that, understanding that mistakes are going to happen in the process. The fire signs aren't afraid to make mistakes. They understand that it's all in the process of learning, all right? Learning to work towards what will bring you justice, okay? And remembering that the pros and the cons of a situation, you can evaluate that over and over again and not get anywhere. A decision does need to be made. Utilizing both the Empress energy, understanding the seeds that you have planted, and evaluating, is that bringing forth the manifestations that you have seeked out to achieve. So be mindful of that. What we do have here, this is some guidance to help you with regards to this situation, Cancer, Neptune. We have number 35, the lost compass, getting back to integrity. So this is perhaps in a situation where you're feeling a little bit lost Isn't that easy to understand what it says with the lost compass? But we all have our own inner compass, okay? And sometimes we can sort of explore or extend ourselves a little bit too much. And it's about coming back to us and reevaluating our own morals, values, and beliefs. Not getting too comfortable. This is one of the reasons why I bought this deck, because I just love the artwork. I love the sort of flying monkey on there. It kind of reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. But I don't like getting this card because of what it means. It's the Dream Thief is about being too comfortable in a situation. The Dream Thief wants to keep us in this sort of stagnant. Yes, coming back to the Tower card, wants to keep us in this stagnant situation because we feel safe, or we feel like there's nothing better for us out there. And that's what the Dream Thief is. Can be an illusion. Sometimes this can be representing of a relationship. It can be representing of substance abuse. There is so many things that give us the illusion that we are just meant to be where we are and stay still. But that's not the case. However, in saying that, it says meditation and stillness. This is about, relying on the externals to make us feel safe, but however, we can feel safe within ourselves. If you've gone through hardship in your life, whether that's you've been in an occupation that didn't resonate with you, and you're around work people that you didn't like, or perhaps you were in a relationship and you felt like you were stuck in that, get into your heart space. Your heart will tell you, and it will tell you what to do. Yeah, because sometimes the mind, like I said, you can go through those pros and the cons. Should I stay? Should I go? Sit into that heart space. Learn how to meditate. It really benefited me from certain things that I wanted to break free from my life. So I do feel, but even anyway, in that case, you do have the universe stepping in, and that will assist you with this as well. So I hope something resonated in this reading for you, Cancer Neptune. I wish you all the best. You take care, and much love.